Hey guys, it's been a couple weeks since I've done my last pregnancy update because little Jack decided to come a little bit early. So I had him on March 18th at 11:25 p.m. And I was 38 weeks and 2 days, or if we went by my first due date, 39 weeks and 2 days. I was not expecting it at all, but so he's sleeping right now on my lap. So this video I'll talk about the 2 days in my 38th week, and then I'll introduce you to him. This shouldn't be a very long video at all, hopefully, but know me, I like to talk. So so in my last video, my 37-week update, there was a lot of signs that hinted that he was soon coming. I knew that it could mean that things are happening, but I didn't want to get too excited because I knew it could still be another couple weeks before he decided to come. But it was things happened really fast for me, and he was very impatient and decided to come a little early. So some of the things that I talked about in my last video was that the baby was less active. And they say that before you give birth, the baby kind of settles down a little bit more. I had round ligament pain again. I never really read anything about that being signs of labor, but that is something that I had before I did go into labor. Mostly like when I was in bed and turning over, kind of like it was in my second trimester. It was kind of the same thing. It just feels like a pulled muscle. And then a change in the color of my discharge, so it went yellow-ish. So it kind of turned a little bit yellow for a couple days, and then it went to brown. And then mild cramping and backache. So those were my signs that labor was coming. Week 38, so that would have been Friday. I'm not sure the date. Oh, the 16th, I guess? The 16th, I believe. So Friday was when I noticed that my discharge turned from yellow to a little bit of brown. It wasn't very much. It was just enough for me to notice, and I'm pretty sure it happened at the end of Friday. Me and Barn took Tucker for a walk on Friday. And it was the last walk that I got to go with him before the baby, and I still haven't gone with him, and I'm 2 weeks postpartum tomorrow, which is crazy. But I really missed those walks, and who knows, maybe that helped get things going for me as well, because I was going on a walk almost every day. But when we got back from the walk, I gave him a bath, and then the rest of Friday I spent time working on his mobile. So that was one of the DIYs that I was doing for his nursery, was a mobile, and I got it done. I didn't get it done before he was born, but it is done now. My feet got really swollen. I haven't had any swelling in my pregnancy, and then all of a sudden my feet were swollen, and it was more so my right foot than my left foot. It was crazy. Then I went to the airport and got my mom and my sister. Saturday, I started having more brown discharge, and sometimes there was a little bit of mucus in it, not a whole lot, because they say your mucus is like snot, and I wasn't really having a lot of that. It kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Once I went to the bathroom and I did have that like snot-like discharge, but it was only that once, and it wasn't very much, so I figured it was my mucus plug, but I still knew that you can lose your mucus plug a couple weeks before you actually go in labor, so I wasn't too concerned about it. I did have a little bit of anxiety on Saturday because I knew things were changing and my body was preparing. Even though that I knew that it could still be a while before anything happens, it was just the fact, it was just seeing changes in my body preparing it for birth that I got a little nervous, and yeah, some anxiety, and I don't know, it got the best of me on Saturday. So that's pretty much it for 38 weeks because I woke up Sunday morning at 4 a.m. to contractions. I'm not going to get into too much details about my labor and delivery because I'm going to make another video on that, and there's a lot to talk about. But basically I woke up Sunday morning with contractions at 4 a.m. and I didn't think they were contractions because they were just mild period cramps, and for some reason I thought contractions came with the tightening of the belly, but that is more Braxton Hicks. But I never had Braxton Hicks through my pregnancy, so I didn't really know. But it was just like period cramps, mild period cramps, and it would kind of come and go. But when it didn't fully go away, but it was almost like a cramp would come and it would get stronger, and then it would kind of just fade off but never really go away. And that was happening all morning. I got up around 6 and I started editing my last video actually, but I didn't get it uploaded for like another week. But I got up, I had some breakfast around 9, and then I got in touch with my doula, and because I wasn't supposed to meet her until Monday to do my birth plan, but she luckily came and met me on Sunday at 4:30. I went to the hospital at 7:30, and no, sorry, 7, and I was 7 centimeters dilated, and I was so proud of myself. And then he was born at 11:25 p.m. But I'll tell you the whole story in another video. I had a good experience. I mean, labor is hard, birth is hard, but it's so empowering. As soon as they place your baby on your chest, everything just disappears and your whole world is there on your chest. It's a great feeling. That's pretty much all I have to say for this video. I will introduce you now to Jack. He has been so good. Like I said, tomorrow is Sunday. I'm going to be 2 weeks postpartum. I can't believe that 2 weeks have gone by already, and he's 2 weeks old. Time just flies, and I knew that. My pregnancy flew by, and I knew that time was going to go even faster once he got here. Sadly, so this is my little man, Jack Rodney John Nippert. He was 7 pounds and 1 ounce, and he is just so handsome. He melts in my heart every day. Yeah. And he got his little onesie on that says "Mommy loves me to the moon and back," which is so true. So true. I figured I'd give you guys a update on the belly, 2 weeks postpartum. And be warned, the belly is not pretty. I weighed a few days ago, and since giving birth I've lost about 20 pounds so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update, and I will see you guys real soon.